Welcome back to BNB Spoilers channel. Today, we delve deep into the latest shakeups in Los Angeles as secrets unravel and shocking twists change the course of relationships forever. The Bold and the Beautiful has never been short on drama, but this week's developments promise to send ripples through every major character's storyline. Buckle up, because we are about to explore the betrayals, deceptions, and unexpected connections that could reshape the dynamics of your favorite families. Daphne Rose's seduction strategy. A dangerous game. Daphne Rose is not just a perfumer, she's a strategist with a plan, and Carter Walton is her next target. Using her signature fragrance as more than just an alluring scent, Daphne is on a mission to captivate Carter, ensuring that her presence lingers not just in the air but in his mind. Every interaction is carefully curated, from the accidental touches to the knowing glances, all designed to make Carter question his own desires. He may believe he's simply engaging in a business venture, but Daphne is playing a long game, one that goes far beyond perfume sales. However, the seduction is not just for her own benefit. Steffi Forrester has a vested interest in Carter's romantic life, and Daphne is her chosen instrument of change. The Forresters always have their reasons for orchestrating relationships, and in this case, it's about securing a future that aligns with their agenda. But does Carter truly stand a chance against such a calculated scheme? Hope Logan may soon find herself blindsided as Daphne's presence grows stronger, threatening the relationship she has fought so hard to protect. Carter, for all his confidence, may not be as immune as he thinks. Daphne's charm is subtle yet relentless, a slow-burning attraction that could turn into something much more dangerous. Will Carter recognize the manipulation before it's too late? Or will he fall into the carefully laid trap, risking his current happiness for an uncertain future? Luna's quest for the truth, a journey of identity. While Daphne plays her seductive games, another woman in Los Angeles is battling an entirely different kind of struggle, one that cuts to the very core of her existence. Luna Nozawa has long accepted the narrative her mother, Poppy Nozawa, fed her about her origins. But doubts have begun to creep in, and Luna finds herself unable to ignore the unsettling feeling that something is amiss. Seeking answers, she turns to Bill Spencer, a man known for his sharp instincts and unwavering determination. Bill listens carefully, offering both advice and his own theories. Could it be that the truth has been hidden in plain sight all along? As Luna retraces her mother's past, she starts to see the gaps in Poppy's story, the inconsistencies that no longer make sense. Who was Poppy trying to protect all these years? Was it Luna? Or was it herself? As Luna navigates this emotional minefield, she begins to realize that her past isn't just about who her father is, it's about who she is as a person. Her identity, her place in the world, and even her future relationships all hinge on the answer she seeks. And yet, the truth remains frustratingly elusive. Every step closer brings new uncertainties, and with Finn also hunting for answers, the tension only escalates. If they uncover the truth, will it bring closure, or will it shatter everything Luna once believed? Finn's determination, the final DNA test. If there's one person who refuses to let a mystery remain unsolved, it's Finn. Poppy Nozawa's repeated denials have only fueled his determination. He has watched her deflect, dodge, and even have tearful breakdowns in an attempt to shut down his questions. But if she truly had nothing to hide, wouldn't she be able to stand firm in her claims? Finn isn't convinced, and he refuses to let emotions cloud his judgment. So far, every other potential father has been ruled out, leaving fewer and fewer options. The logical conclusion becomes harder to dismiss, and Finn isn't one to sit back and wait for answers to magically appear. If Poppy won't tell him the truth, then he'll find it himself. And there's only one sure way to do that, a final DNA test. Friday's episode is shaping up to be a game-changer as Finn takes action. If his DNA matches Luna's, it will prove that Poppy has been lying all along. But what then? What does this revelation mean for his relationship with Luna? Will she be able to forgive her mother for hiding such an important truth? And more importantly, how will Finn handle the weight of his newfound responsibility? Becoming a father overnight is no small matter, and the implications stretch far beyond a simple paternity match. Poppy's frantic attempts to suppress the truth indicate that the consequences of this revelation could be dire. Is she protecting herself from scandal? Or is there an even darker secret lurking beneath the surface? Finn's quest for the truth is about to reach its climax, and the fallout could change everything. The road ahead, unpredictable twists and unforeseen consequences as the dust settles. The characters of the bold and the beautiful will have to grapple with the consequences of their actions. Daphne's manipulation of Carter is just beginning, and whether he succumbs or resists remains to be seen. Hope Logan may soon find herself fighting for a love she never expected to be threatened, and the Forresters will continue their strategic maneuvering behind the scenes. For Luna, the truth about her father will define the next chapter of her life. She has always believed she knew where she came from, but with Finn's test results about to shatter that belief, she will have to rethink everything. Can she forgive Poppy? And if Finn truly is her father, what does that mean for their future? As for Finn, the weight of his discoveries will push him into uncharted emotional territory. Being a doctor has always been his identity, but fatherhood is an entirely different kind of responsibility. He will have to navigate not just his own emotions, but also Luna's, as she struggles to reconcile her love for her mother with the knowledge of her deception. One thing is certain, this is only the beginning. The Bold and the Beautiful is a show built on secrets, power plays, and dramatic turns, and the weeks ahead promise even more heart-stopping moments. Will Poppy's last-ditch effort to control the narrative succeed? Or is she about to watch her carefully constructed world collapse around her? Stay tuned, because we'll be back with all the latest updates as this story unfolds. You won't want to miss what happens next. We're diving into some of the most riveting, emotional, and shocking developments in Los Angeles. Secrets are bubbling to the surface, relationships are shifting, and the past refuses to stay buried. How will our favorite characters handle the truth when it finally comes out? Let's break it all down. Hope and Carter, a love built on strength, vision, and second chances at Forrester Creations. In an office bathed in golden afternoon light, Hope Logan finds herself in a moment of stillness, staring into the eyes of the man who has come to mean so much to her. Carter Walton, ever steadfast, meets her gaze with the same intensity, the same quiet devotion that has become their unspoken language. It starts with a simple touch, her fingers grazing his as they exchange documents for an upcoming meeting, but the moment lingers. Then comes a kiss, slow and deep, filled with both longing and certainty. They had come together in the unlikeliest of ways, but now, neither can imagine life apart. Hope pulls back and lets out a small, breathy laugh. "So much has changed because of you, Carter," she murmurs, her voice laced with gratitude. Carter shakes his head, his fingers tracing gentle circles on her wrist. "No, Hope. You rebuilt yourself. I was just there to remind you of what you were capable of all along." She thinks back to the past year, how lost she felt, how the foundation of her life seemed to crumble beneath her. Now, things are different. She's standing strong. Her brand is thriving again, her mother is at the helm of Forrester Creations, and best of all, she no longer has to answer to Steffi. The days of living under someone else's thumb are gone. Carter, too, reflects on his journey. He had been underestimated, sidelined, and at times dismissed. But Hope had believed in him from the beginning. She had seen the potential in his vision when others refused to take the risk. They didn't see it, he says, shaking his head. They wanted to play it safe, and now they'll realize they missed out. Hope smiles. They'll realize it soon enough. Especially with Daphne Rose involved. I have a feeling this fragrance line will be bigger than any of us expected. The energy between them is electric. They aren't just partners in romance, they are partners in ambition, in creation, in proving to the world that risks are worth taking. Luna and Bill, a shared history of pain and an unexpected connection far from the glamorous world of Forrester. In the sprawling luxury of Bill Spencer's estate, Luna Nozawa walks through the halls in quiet amazement. Every surface gleams, every painting, every artifact a reminder of his wealth, his power, his ability to create an empire from nothing. And yet, as she looks at him, at the man who saved her, who took her in when she had nowhere else to turn, she doesn't see a ruthless businessman. She sees something else. I don't know where I'd be if you hadn't found me, Luna says, her voice soft, the weight of gratitude pressing against her ribs. Bill, standing by the grand fireplace, watches her with an unreadable expression. You would have figured something out, he says, but the words lack conviction. He knows how cruel the world can be. Luna exhales and steps closer. I don't think so, Bill. Not everyone survives what we've been through. Her words strike something deep within him. He had spent his life burying the pain of his past, building walls so high that no one could see the boy he used to be, the boy who knew what it was like to be abandoned, to be cast aside. And now here was Luna, looking at him as if she understood all of it. You remind me of me, she says suddenly, her eyes searching his. The way you don't talk about the past. The way you act like none of it affects you anymore. Bill smirks, but it doesn't reach his eyes. And what do you think, Luna? That we should sit here and cry about our trauma? I got over it. You will too. Luna shakes her head. No, you didn't. You just got better at pretending. The silence stretches between them. She isn't wrong, but Bill isn't ready to admit that just yet. Still, something shifts in the air. Maybe, just maybe, Luna is the one person who could finally get through to him. Finn and Poppy, the truth that could change everything across town. In the pristine and sterile setting of the hospital, Dr. John Finn Finnegan stands in his office, his gaze locked onto Poppy Nozawa. His question still hangs in the air between them, heavy, unrelenting. Is Luna my daughter? Poppy flinches at the directness of his words, her hands gripping the edge of the desk as if grounding herself. Finn, we don't need to do this, she says, her voice barely above a whisper. But Finn shakes his head. We do. I have a right to know. His tone is firm, unwavering. Poppy hesitates. The past is a dangerous thing to unearth, and she had spent years burying it. But Finn won't let it go. Were there other men, or was it just me? He presses, his voice laced with something between desperation and determination. Poppy swallows hard. She wants to lie. She wants to tell him what he wants to hear. But she can't. There were others, she finally says. Finn, I was young. I was single. It was one time with you. The words land like a gut punch, but Finn doesn't believe them. He sees the way her eyes dart away, the way her breath catches ever so slightly. There's something she's not saying. His heart pounds in his chest. Tell me the truth, he pleads, his voice quieter now, almost fragile. Am I Luna's father? Poppy exhales sharply. If she says yes, everything changes. If she says no, she risks losing him forever. But the truth, whatever it may be, will come out eventually. It always does. What happens next? With emotions running high, secrets unraveling, and relationships hanging in the balance, the next few days are set to bring even more shocking twists. Will Hope and Carter's new partnership stand strong against the challenges ahead? Can Luna break through Bill's defenses and help him face his past? And will Finn finally learn the truth about Luna's paternity? Next, we delve into a thrilling possibility that could shake up both Los Angeles and Genoa City, the rise of the next generation of Carter chaos. With ties to Sheila Carter's infamous bloodline, two young women stand at the brink of a destiny neither of them may fully comprehend. But what happens when they finally meet? Could they forge an alliance destined to spread havoc, or will their connection lead them down an entirely different path? Buckle up, because this ride is about to get wild. A collision of Carter bloodlines, destiny or disaster? Imagine the moment when Luna Nozawa and Lucy Romolotti lock eyes for the first time, realizing they share the same twisted family history. Two young women, bound by fate, connected by a grandmother whose name alone sends shivers down spines. One raised in the glossy world of Los Angeles, the other growing up amidst Genoa City's drama. But despite their vastly different upbringings, their Carter blood could be the tie that binds them, or the fuel that ignites utter destruction. Would Luna and Lucy embrace their shared lineage, drawing power from the reputation of their grandmother, Sheila Carter? Or would one of them fight against the pull of chaos, trying to escape the sinister legacy they never asked for? With Luna's calculated cunning and Lucy's rebellious streak, their meeting could be the catalyst for a storm neither city is ready for. Luna's hidden darkness, more than just a pretty face. For a long time, Luna Nozawa was seen as nothing more than a sweet and innocent young woman, a breath of fresh air in a world rife with deception. But those who underestimated her learned the hard way that there is something much darker lurking beneath the surface. When pushed to the edge, Luna has proven she is more than capable of making the hard choices, the ruthless decisions. She has lied, manipulated, and even killed, twice, in cold blood. And she did it without hesitation. That level of decisiveness, of willingness to eliminate obstacles, is something only someone from Sheila Carter's bloodline could possess. While she may not have set out to follow in her infamous grandmother's footsteps, the reality is clear: there is darkness in Luna, and once unleashed, it may never be contained again. Lucy's rebel heart, a legacy of trouble. Then there's Lucy Romolotti, a young woman who has spent her entire life fighting against the shadow of her biological mother, Daisy Carter. Though Heather raised her, Lucy's DNA is pure Carter, and with that comes an undeniable edge. While she may not have fully embraced it yet, her history speaks for itself. We've already seen flashes of that rebellious streak, the drinking, the reckless behavior, the lengths she went to in order to impress Faith Newman. Trying to stalk a girl just to win her friendship? That's not just impulsiveness, that's classic Sheila Carter-style obsession. Whether she realizes it or not, the echoes of her grandmother's manipulative tendencies are already beginning to surface. A grandmother's influence, the shadow of Sheila Carter. While Sheila may not be physically present in their lives at this moment, her influence looms large over both Luna and Lucy. Growing up under the weight of her reputation, knowing that the same blood that ran through Sheila's veins runs through theirs, must be a heavy burden to bear. But what if, instead of resisting it, they embraced it? Could they take control of their destinies, using their Carter blood to their advantage? Or would they descend into the same self-destructive chaos that defined Sheila's life? It's a tantalizing question with endless possibilities. What happens when they meet? If Luna and Lucy ever find themselves face to face, the results could be explosive. Would they see reflections of themselves in each other and form an unbreakable bond? Or would their vastly different upbringings put them at odds, each trying to prove that they are the superior Carter heir. Genoa City and Los Angeles would never be the same if these two decided to join forces. A duo with their intelligence, cunning, and bloodline could be an unstoppable force, or a ticking time bomb waiting to detonate. One thing is certain, if Luna and Lucy ever come together, they will rewrite the rules of the game in ways no one could predict. Stay tuned for more updates as we continue to explore the bold, the beautiful, and the downright dangerous future of the Carter family legacy.